Hello, Jessica. Hello, Annie. It's been a long time. What's up? Daniel and I have decided our wedding date, so I wanted to tell you about it. Oh, you guys did. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I may not be competent, but I'll do my best. Well, there's nothing I can do for you. Well, if there's anything I can do, I'd be happy to. Then first, why don't you quit your job? Excuse me? You're going to get married to support my son. If you keep working, don't you think you'll perform badly on your housework? We're trying to help each other with the housework. You want my son to do the housework? Even though he makes more money than you do? I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I wanted to save money while I can work as much as possible. And Daniel agrees with that? Yes, he didn't say anything. Even if he doesn't say anything, housework is a woman's job. By doing a good job on housework, a man can put his mind into his work. Cooking is the most important part of the housework, and it will lead to his health, right? I don't think you should neglect it, right? I'll be careful with the meals. I'll try to cook well-balanced food. But cooking is not only the important thing. Cleaning the house is also very important. My son has a weak windpipe, so dust is not good for him. Are you aware of that too? Yes. I make sure to clean the house often. I thought Daniel would choose a good homemaker wife, like a housemaker who has no job outside. That's why I'm worried. Oh. I'm sorry that he's going to marry a person like me. Oh, it's not like I'm blaming you. It's just that most of his ex-girlfriends had been modest and family-oriented girls. I just didn't expect someone like you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. No, it's okay. I want you to feel relieved. So I make sure I do my chores. I'm glad to hear that. Daniel is my only son. He's very important to me. I don't want him to live a sloppy life. Yes, I'll do my best. You're only good at replying, aren't you? You don't cower and you just have energies. You're really funny. I'm sorry. I'll make sure I'll get my act together. That's okay. Just be yourself. I knew from the first time I met you that you were that kind of person. I'm expecting nothing, so just do however you like. Annie, thank you for having me over yesterday. I'm sorry I stayed there for long. Hello, Jessica. Not at all. It was nice to have you here. And thank you for the cookies. Daniel and I had them in the morning, and they were delicious. You had cookies in the morning? Yes, we had them with coffee. Don't tell me that's what you had for breakfast. We woke up late today on our day off, so it can be counted as breakfast. You're having such an unhealthy life. Daniel looked like he was tired yesterday. Is it because his eating habit is terrible? I don't think so. We just happened not to have breakfast today. We're going to eat out together later. So we'd like to eat well at the time. Is that so? But I'm worried. You cooked me yesterday, right? I thought it tasted too strong. I don't think he likes that taste. Really? He always says it's delicious. My son is very kind. I'm sure he's just trying to be considerate. I've been a housemaker for many years, and I think it was too strong. Maybe you should consider about it. Okay. I'll try to make it a little weaker. Hey, Annie. I don't think you're the right person to marry him. What? I've been observing you for the past few months. I don't think you match to my son. Your color preferences and lifestyle seems to be odd with each other. I don't think so. We're having a good time together every day. Jessica, I know there are still many things I'm not good at. I hope you will give me more time. If you don't have that talent, it will only end up in vain even though you take time to do it, right? Divorce might be better for both of you. Daniel and I are not getting divorced. You only think so because you guys are about to get married. Hey, maybe you shouldn't have a wedding. Why don't you cancel your preparations? Why would you? It's embarrassing to have a wedding when they're going to break up someday. People may want to ask you to give them back the presents later on. Jessica, I think that's a bit harsh. As I said earlier, we are not getting divorced. We are not going to cancel the wedding either. Annie, I hope you don't take this the wrong way. I'm giving you this advice for you. Please don't get angry at me like that. I'm not angry. But it didn't sound like advice. I guess you're against to our marriage. It's not like I was against to it or anything. I simply thought you don't suit my son. I'm allowed to think that way, right? Yes, but I was just making a suggestion. As we were talking yesterday, you enjoy your job, don't you, Annie? Yes, I do. You also said you would like to get back to work after having a baby. I'm not so sure about that either. I feel sorry for the child who can't be with his parents. Daniel grew up with a lot of love from us. That's why he grew up to be such a great person. A child who spends most of his time behind parents' back, they often don't grow up to the decent people, don't they? My parents both had jobs. I'm not talking about your family. They didn't spend a lot of time with you. But they raised a decent child like you, so they must be excellent parents. My parents raised me well. But you never know what's going to happen when you raise a child. I think it's better to be a Jessica and stay by the child until he becomes an adult if possible. I won't say no to that idea. But even if I work while raising my child, I still love my child. Well, you can say whatever you want when you're not having a baby. Anyway, you should talk to my son again about the future. And you should also think about whether you can really support him. Understood? My husband and I want you and my son to be happy. So I think it's better to talk about it before things get worse. I really wanted you to think about it before you get married. You know, when people are too excited, they won't listen to anything, right? So I'm telling you now. Okay. I fully understand your thoughts. But please don't worry anymore. No matter what happens from now on, I'll overcome with Daniel. You really have a strong spirit, Annie. I'm being so empathetic, but you are arguing with me. But that's okay. You realize that you guys don't match to each other, even if you don't want to feel that way. I'm going to make an effort not to let it happen. Okay. You're the kind of person who doesn't understand, even if I tell you. You don't realize until the worst thing happens. I'm not going to help you even though you regret it later. Annie, it's a beautiful day today. Perfect day for a wedding. Good morning, Jessica. We're really lucky to have this weather. Are you getting ready at the place now? Yes, I'm having my hair and makeup done. It's going to be a beautiful ceremony. You must be very excited to get married at that popular hall, aren't you? Yes, I am. But I'm also hoping that everyone will enjoy the ceremony too. I'm not sure about that. What do you think will happen if we don't attend? I think the guests will be surprised. What do you mean by that? I won't be at the wedding, and neither will my husband. You're getting divorced anyway, so what's the point? If the groom's parents won't be there, I wonder what they will think. What? Father has just arrived here. It seems like he's going to attend the ceremony. He's there? Yes, he is. He told me that you have a stomachache and won't be able to attend. Well, take care of yourself. Have a good rest. Wait a minute. Are you saying it's okay for you if I don't attend the ceremony? Yes, well, Father is attending and he told me about you in advance, so we've already cleared your seat, so there's no problem. But isn't it odd? You know, when you introduce us to everyone, it's okay since father is here. There's nothing to be worried about, so please take care of yourself. Annie, can I talk to you? Yes, what is it? Oh, have you finished your work already? Are you busy? No, I'm fine. You know, I just wanted to apologize for everything. I know I said some things that were not nice to you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Even if you don't, I'm not sure about that. I know, I do understand. My husband and son were angry at me for not attending the ceremony. Now I finally realized. I see. So I hope you can forgive me. I'll be a good mother to you from now on. No, thank you. You apologize just because your husband was disappointed at you. And Daniel told you he's break off the relationship, right? No, I wanted to have a good relationship with you, even though you hated me a lot. You said all kinds of terrible things to me. You even didn't come to a wedding. That's why I apologized. You think apologizing will fix everything? Your husband explained everything beforehand and attended the ceremony, so that's why we were able to go on as we planned. But if both of you really went there, I don't know how the ceremony would have gone, just like you said. I'm so sorry. I was scolded by the relatives too. I'm glad that the people around you are decent people. I'm upset of not being welcomed by you, and we're going to stop this relationship between us. Don't say like that. If you don't forgive me, I may never see my son again. My husband even said he will think about what he should do about our future. It has nothing to do with me. Your actions have led to this moment. I know. But I was just saying those things for goodness sake. As a result, those were none of my business. Annie, please forgive me this time. I felt like my only son will be taken away from me, so that's why I was a little harsh on you. In the first place, your husband and Daniel had warned you before about what you were saying and doing to me, right? I think it's your fault for not listening to them. I was losing my mind at that time. Even if that's the case, I'm not going to forget what you have done to me. I've been told many times that I don't suit to Daniel, or you said bad things about my family. I try not to care about them as much as possible. But the truth is, I always hated to hear them. Even so, I put up with it because I wanted to be accepted by you, but after the wedding, I realized that it was all for nothing. Annie, I'm really sorry. I will admit everything. I won't ask you guys to break up again. No matter what you say, we will not break up. From now on, we will take good care of people who really care about us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Annie, please forgive me. I really didn't mean it to offend you. I'm a person who can't stop but tell my true feelings. I don't think you can do whatever you want just because you don't have bad intentions. Besides, it was you who didn't understand, even if you were warned. How do you feel now that the worst has actually happened? Even if you regret it, there's nothing I can do about it. Since then, my mother got the cold shoulder from her husband at home, and her relatives no longer took her seriously as the Jessica who tried to ruin the wedding. My husband is also furious with her attitude and does not seem to forgive her. She used to be pushy, for better or worse, but now she has become completely quiet. I hear that now she doesn't go out unless she has something to do outside. She's not able to see her son, whom she loves very much, and she seems to be very depressed. She may be sorry in her own way, but considering what she has done to me, I can't think of forgiving her or continuing our relationships. I think I will stay away from her and spend my life with her as it is. And my husband and I are enjoying our life after the wedding. I was still a little sad that my mother didn't approve me, but I would like to continue this marriage, which was blessed by other people forever and ever. Even when Jessica was constantly sarcastic, I was able to stand it because I had a kind husband. I would like to build a warm family with my husband, who gets more angry than I do and puts my happiness first.